Hello. Oh, ignore that. All right. So, hello everyone out there in internet land. Yes, it is I, your host. And I need to clean up this mess. Anyway, um, it is I, your host, the archivist, on this fine midsummer's uh, Saturday afternoon. Yes, my car is in the shop, so I'm waiting any hour now. They should call me so I can go and pick it up just for a sensor, but they looked a bit swamped, so getting around to me is going to be a while. Luckily, I don't start work until 6, so there's that. Anywho, I just went for a walk, so if I look a bit sweaty right now, it isn't just because it's a little warm in here, but it's like still comfortably warm. It's nice. And plus, I'll have the air on, but I don't know how that's gonna mess with the speaker, so I don't want while I'm trying to talk. You know, uh, first time I heard that the subtle wind blowing across the mic was when we went to a God, I was like 3 or 4 years old, and we went to some military, not depot, maybe it was a depot, but it's basically where they had all the military stuff. And okay, what's that noise? I don't recall hearing all that weird sound. It says, oh, that's the wind. I don't recall. I don't recall the wind sounding like that. But anyway, yeah, so I just didn't want that noise over my little videos here. So anyway, went for I was went for a walk around the neighborhood looking for these other yard sale. There's a yard sale across the street from me. It's where I got Howard Hughes's Hell's Angels. So kind of watching that a little bit. And this morning I finished the documentary on Howard Hughes. I think the movie's a little bit better, but anyway, got best of Will Ferrell. So I'm fleshing out the rest of my best ofs. SNL cast, the good ones. Good night and good luck. I don't think I have that, but I might have that. But anyway, I have a whole box here full of duplicates anyway. So, there's Sleepers, which I believe I only saw the beginnings of, maybe the first hour or so. If I'm reading the back correctly, which they don't go into too much detail about, mysteriously. It's an early 90s flick. I'm not going to give that much detail. It's about a group of boys in, I think they even still call it back then, Hell's Kitchen. Yeah, New York's Hell's Kitchen. They knock over not necessarily knock over, almost literally. They steal a hot dog from a hot dog vendor, go to the cart to steal more hot dogs, don't bother to run afterwards. Guy comes back, they steal the cart and holds it just on the edge of the first step of the subway platform. Well, not platform, but the stairs leading down to the platform. And they think, well, he's able to hold that because he wants to keep it from falling. So they let go. He grabs hold of it. He can't hold on to it. It tumbles down the steps and, I believe, kills a guy. Crushes him against the far wall. Brutal, I know. Then they go to, because they're all under 18, go to juvenile correctional facilities where I believe they get, what's that word? Molested, I think. And then they grow up. I only saw the part when they got condemned to the correctional facility, and it's like late night cable at midnight, and you're like, it's like it's a drama. Excuse me, something, and you're trying to want to find something, that continues all the way through. It's like I want to be entertained, but none of these are titles you're aware of, so you don't know what you're getting yourself into. So you're just like channel flipping through these things and stay with it for a while until you kind of like, I don't really feel like watching this anymore, and you continue more on. So yeah, I remember like the first hour of this, if at all. Special features, interactive menus, production notes, granted the actual trailer. Yeah, in the early 90s, they don't have much in the way. The special features on the DVD was supposed to be, it was a gimmick. and then they didn't have anything to put on it. So it's like, well, then what's the point of having that if you're not going to do anything with it, or next to nothing to do with it? So anyway, yeah. So I'll watch that later. Um, oh, and I got also filling out my Herbie collection. One of my coworkers at the Disney from uh, uh, contract services. She was only there for like a week or something like that. I don't remember, but for the brief while she was there, she said that she got a hold of Herbie Reloaded. And like, yes, I got this movie. It's like, you do realize there was a previous film series, right? She's like, there was? Yes. Herbie the Love Bug. It's like, what? The Love Bug? Yeah, that's his full name. Herbie the Love. And it's like, my God, woman, it's amazing what these kids just don't know. Yes, Herbie the Love Bug is his full title. This does not have Don Knotts in it. It has where these people are. But anyway, yeah. So I got Herbie Rides Again. There are like 5 movies or 6 altogether, I believe. But anyway, maybe 7. I'll look it up. But anyway, point is, so that was my morning, and going into the afternoon, it's probably like 2 now. And after the hour of walking around looking for that other yard sale, I came back and I decided to do this. I just saw, before I left, I saw the season 2 special episode origin story of Adam Eve. Dun 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 dun. Standard, intro, blah blah blah. So yes, I've been a fan of the Invincible series, along with all the other Prime series on various things like Billions. Let's see, originals and stuff that I just poured over. Vox Machina was pretty good. Am I blanking on that? A couple others, and Invincible. And I think Invincible is really good. It's a lot like The Boys, like I said. Comes at you. It doesn't pull its punches. There's no, well, resolution is resolved. It was in 22 minutes, and these kid problems, yeah, it's a trivial. You could just hand wave that away. Not here, kids. Not here. This is the grown-up section. Outside the sandbox here. Yeah, we got gore. Yeah, not in this one though. Unfortunately, no. This is more of the origin story. So you get one bloody nose, slight slash on the side, and a couple of deaths, but nothing gruesome. So if you want to come in and expecting some gore along with your violence or action, sorry, that's not here. And it's okay. It doesn't need it. It's just an origin story. Not every battle needs to be bloody. So it's okay. So it's the origin of Adam Eve, and it shows that there was this big fight, and I was a little confused in the timeline because I didn't know what was going on. It's like, okay, so there's the what are they called? The Heroes League? World Heroes? Dang, I forgot what they're called. They're hardly in it, so, Heroes League? No. I forget what they're called. But anyway, the heroes that get killed in episode 1, yeah, I know, spoiler. They are around all of a sudden to stop some snake-based, oh god, themed super villains. I use that term loosely for, super. They come in kind of like how, practically more like how, like Cobra / Viper from DC, kind of act, where they have that interpersonal issues and stuff, and people start, talking like regular people while they're fighting, So I'm looking at this. Oh, someone's commented. Nice. An old high school friend of mine, by the way. Hi, if you're watching this. Yes, so this big battle's going on, and the Heroes League, or whatever the hell they're called, show up to stop the Snake Men, and honestly, Snake Men should not be that powerful. Red Rush is not there, and the Batman not guy is gone. So the Flash and Batman are not there. Uh, and the other supers are just having a dilly of a time actually stopping these people dressed as snake people. They don't even have real superpowers. One guy is just really ripped. That's it. He should not be that difficult for a 5-minute fight. You should smack him around a little bit and be done. But for whatever reason, he's just still going. Anyway, so the roof's about to fall, and then Omni-Man shows up and he says, "What's with the new costume? Oh, my tailor thought it would be, a bit more advertising. Have my, the O on the front, the big letter on the front on the chest." And he says, "That's what these are?" It's like, oh, okay, never mind. I thought it was just, just a color pattern. Oh no, it's a big letter on your chest. Okay, so world champions. I think it was world champions, something like that. Anyway, so that happens, and we see this scientist and a pregnant lady escape, saying this was kind of the plan all along. Then you get her out of here, and she's, breaking out in flashes of light and lightning. He gets her to the hospital. Standard military asshole is saying, "Bring back my project. I need to protect this world." Nah. Yeah, your standard military super weapon. So they get the lady to the hospital. They try to deliver her. The mom dies. He performs a C-section, gets the kid out, swaps it with a child who had died at birth, and we find out that child is Adam Eve. And then some years later, she grows up, has a fixation with molecules, blah, blah, blah. She's very smart, very particular, and doesn't quite get along with the rest of the kids. We see her try to make friends. We see her, everyone keeps thinking she's weird, but also really, really smart. And everybody keeps calling her a freak, even though you live in a world with supers. Why are you flinching like that? I don't get it. Everyone keeps acting like, "Oh my god, I've never seen this before." It's like, there are superheroes and villains right there. And you're acting like somehow you're just seeing this for the first time. Superpowers. My god. Jesus. Anyway, so she's ostracized and isolated. The only thing I didn't like is no on that. But anyway, time passes. She masters her powers a bit more, and she, decides, "I'm gonna go out and go, not necessarily superheroing, but just to get out from this oppressive life she finds herself in." And then she comes across some evildoers, and she's like, "I'm gonna stop them." So she does actually, it's twice today I've heard someone who just became a superhero attempt the superhero dialogue. "Stop there, evildoers!" And and I'll defeat you with my fists of justice. That's what the audio commentary on one story. Never mind about it, but yeah, it's like, oh god, this cheesy dialogue made even cheesier by little 14-year-old girls or 16-year-old girls, I think by this point, who are trying to be taken seriously with this dialogue. And it's like, what would they say? What would feel about right? And say this. So it's just like, oh jeez. And it was like, what? And it's like, look, we're kind of like robbing the what was it? The pet hospital. I forget what it's called. Not pharmacy. The vet. We're robbing this vet for dogs. We can give them to the researchers for experimentations for money. And so, but she stops them, and then the doctor shows up, and he explains who and what she is. Then the military somehow manages to find them. I don't know, maybe they saw the girl in all pink flying through the sky. So, she goes superheroing a little bit more and stumbles across uh, something happening on the bridge. These weird mutant monstrosities that can latch onto like rubble and use as clubs and stuff. And she shows up and she tries to talk him down. It's like, no, we're doing this because you're special. Blah blah blah. You're phase one. I'm two, three. And he says that we are not very capable because we can't be let out of our pods for too long because we deteriorate. So they got like 5 minutes to live, and they're gonna make the most of it to make her suffer because she was the successful one. And so they attack her, and looks like they've had actual training because they are skilled in their attack maneuvers. Strike from both sides. Keep them guessing. Or keep her guessing. So they fought really well for their skill sets. So they're very well. So they're practiced. She isn't. She's more powerful, but not as practiced. And we see her powers evolve, try new things, different techniques, and you know, manipulating matter, all these different stuff. So we see her be smart throughout this whole thing and keep trying to take these things out, whatever they are, as they're purposely starting all this. So she fights them, gets reasonably pretty well beaten down. Again, her second time out, so that makes kind of a bit more sense. But having her, the doctor said he put a subconscious lock so that she cannot hurt organic life forms, and I'm just like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Really? Wow. Because again, we can't have an all-powerful being in our series, people. Then all the tension would be gone, because then you would just defeat the opposition that easily. Again, at the end of the last series, why couldn't they just send her off to defeat Omni-Man, Again, it's like, oh wait, she can't hurt living life forms. We see her be vaguely kind of powerful-ish in the beginning of the series, and then we see that she can totally be really super powerful by the end of the series. And now they've also kneecapped the Discord or whatever. When they said, no, mental lock, can't hurt people. I was like, criminy. So like, whatever, it's super science bullshit. I watched Venture Brothers, so I get it, which I'll get into that later. So she fights them, they die. She goes home, finds out that it's her birthday. Her parents have been waiting for her. She cries to her mother. And then it says, where's Mark on all this? Captain comes up, where's Mark during all this? Oh, he wrapped himself in duct tape and thought he could do this to become a superhero. And that's basically it. Was it anything I was expecting? No. Was it good? Yes. Minor some kneecap discortings. All in all, it's a fantastic origin story. And it was conveyed in this medium rather well. Everything was set up, everything was paid off. There was a good resolution story arc to the whole thing. Nothing felt rushed, nothing felt left out. Everything that needed to be addressed in this timeline was addressed. Like I said, even kneecapping Discord, that was all addressed as to what her power sets are, what her limitations were. Why would they place there in universe, not just, because the writers needed it. So yes, it's on Amazon Prime right now. It'll be there, and the rest of the series will come in November, if I remember correctly, November 3rd. So, I mean, yeah, one joke in particular, when Adam Eve shows up for the first time at the vet to stop the guys from breaking in, he says, "Are you a Powerpuff? Are you a Powerpuff Girl?" I think that was pretty funny. I wouldn't be surprised if the voice actress was also voiced one of the Powerpuff Girls. So check it out. You'll have a great time. It's about an hour long. It's like 55 minutes, I think, or something like that. It's good. you know, if you liked Invincible, you'll like this. Good, heartfelt, you know, hard feelings comes at you, you know, and yeah, yeah, I highly recommend it. And if I ever get this series on DVD, I'm totally gonna get that too. All right, I guess time for me to talk about Venture Brothers on the next video. Take care. Bye.